Is it possible to hallucinate, but be perfectly aware that what you're seeing isn't real? Definitely, like, I only took the acid an hour ago. Pretty sure the walls aren't really breathing. I'm tripping, not stupid. Yes, hallucination is distorted sensory perception, not false belief. One can have partially impaired sensory with intact self-awareness. Source, https. Definitely. You're high, not dumb. Sometimes sleep deprivation will do that too. If you don't know what you're seeing is not real or is, then you might have a psychiatric condition. I've experienced lucid hallucinations after sleep deprivation. I knew they weren't real, but fascinating. Yes, you can even do a little experiment where you stare into a mirror in a very dimly lit room, candle lit, and after a few minutes you're likely to start seeing facial distortions. This is the usual case with psychedelics. It is a strange trip indeed. You cannot differentiate from real. Avoid those kinds in general. Yes, I have vivid hallucinations when I haven't been getting enough sleep, usually during my night shift rotations. I'm aware they are not real, but I can sit there and watch them make their way through the world as though they were really there. Yes. Having ingested various psilocybin mushrooms on various occasions, I do have to say yes. I was always aware that the neon waterfall falling into a neon reflecting pool or the face in the clouds that spoke to me without saying anything weren't real, that I was having a chemical experience, and all of this is illusion. This is probably one reason that I've never had a bad trip, because I don't mistake it for reality. Yes. Being overly tired, as in 3 days awake, seeing things that I knew were not there. Weird but sort of fun afterwards. Yes, it's called watching reality TV. I have auditory hypnopompic hallucinations quite often when waking up. I normally get anxiety when I hear strange noises in the night, but my hallucinations never causes it. For some reason I always know it's just in my head. Yes, I had postpartum psychosis. Thankfully, I had the strength of mind awareness to understand and remind myself that what I was seeing wasn't real, and my baby, and I got out of that stage of my life with no injury or harm done. Yup, I was once so sleep deprived at work I saw steam rising from the floor. WTF.exe rational brain booted up. Told boss not safe to work. Slept in car. Also, I recently learned about a condition called Charles Bonnet syndrome, where people who are losing their sight through macular degeneration will sometimes see things that aren't there. The brain isn't receiving a good signal, can't interpret the nerve response from the eye, therefore creates its own perception. It can be frightening for people who suffer it, but is something that the person can experience and know it's not real. I stayed awake for 3 days as a kid playing a video game. During day 2 I started seeing spiders crawling all over my walls, but I touched the wall with my hand and realized they were not there, so I just ignored them and kept playing. Hallucination is experiencing something unreal and knowing it's unreal. Experiencing something unreal and believing it's real is a delusion. It's very common in ultramarathon events as the result of overexertion and sleep deprivation. I've seen all kinds of wild things while full well knowing it was impossible for them to exist. I'm talking whole semi-trucks with lights on in the middle of the woods and a penguin with a spear. Yes,